everybody. So, we're back. We haven't got to do a joint review the whole time because the Wednesday scheduling has really messed things up. But it worked out tonight for all of us to watch it together on the night that it came out. And it also worked out because it was the finale. So, I'm here with my roommates, Cole Peel, Joshua Dollar, and we're going to give you our thoughts on the Loki finale and how it blew our minds. I don't even know if there's even a point of doing a spoiler-free synopsis because it's like I feel like it blew our minds and it was good, but we got to talk about spoilers. Spoiler warning: you've been warned. Opening is the Marvel the Marvel Studios logo,
but not the Marvel Studios music.
Yeah, no music.
Like with every character, it plays like a soundbite of something they've said.
And the actual song playing is the song from the end of Endgame.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, as people's images come up in the Marvel logo, you get snippets of dialogue through all the movies.
I want to go through and listen to like what they were saying. 'Cause I wonder if everything kind of has a meaning.
Maybe.
Because like you said, one of the last things we hear is Vision saying, "What is?"
Yeah, I feel like it's probably like more or less chronological.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure I heard Korg in there at one point, for sure.
Oh, I didn't even hear.
There's also some bits of dialogue from like real world stuff.
Yeah.
Because you get like the one small step for man, and there's some other stuff in there too, but I couldn't name any of it really.
Where you see like the castle from the last thing, and you see like this big circle around it, which I guess is the sacred timeline.
The sacred timeline.
I guess the next scene is Loki and Sylvie walking up to it.
Yeah,
I feel like
I don't know. I think we could probably just talk about all the TVA stuff like all at once.
yeah,
Because it cuts back and forth, but it's not super important when it's cutting back and forth. So Mobius just goes back to the TVA from the end of the last episode and confronts Renslayer straight up.
she has a chance to prune him and doesn't. She leaves on a free will task.
Well, he tries to prune her, but she takes his vibe.
Yeah. Hunter B-15 takes another person to a timeline in 2018 where Renslayer is a principal. So they're awakening everybody.
Yeah, they're basically just taking like hunters that are after her there just to show them, it's like, hey, she's a variant, because that's Judge Renslayer.
Yeah.
Basically just to build up, people and trust her. Yeah, and Miss Minutes she gave some information to her, but they don't show what it is or anything.
And it wasn't the
the information she was wanting.
Yeah. But
Miss Minutes she's like, he who remains thinks this will be more useful.
Loki and Sylvie stuff. They get into the castle, they're walking in the castle, and Marvel hits you with a jump scare. I jumped. It's like Miss Minutes appears out of thin air, and she's like very menacing. Like, I don't know, the things she was saying. It's like, it just gives you like this uneasy feel.
Yeah. Well, she offered them, like, basically like one last like temptation. Like, hey, we'll give you everything you ever wanted. And it's basically say, screw you.
Yeah.
And then she says,
good
screw
luck.
you.
They're just kind of walking around, and then they hear like an elevator. It opens up. And who do we see there? Jonathan Majors.
The name Kang is never said.
He alluded to it. He said that it's not as simple as just a name.
Yeah.
Because he goes through all these titles.
Yeah,
Conqueror,
Jerk.
ruler, jerk. Yeah. He basically just invites Loki and Sylvie down for some tea. Sit down, talk it out.
Sylvie tries to kill him a few times, but he just
Yeah, he goes like that.
what they call it, the time twister.
Tim
Yeah, the thing that they like he'd use like reverse.
Yeah.
They'd use like
Yeah,
reverse.
this weird thing on his hand.
But he
did
he
that.
had it pre-programmed to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's got it all figured out.
It's basically him telling them his story about how this is where like all the multiverse starts talking. Like all these different variants of him have found out about the multiverse, and over pride and everything they fought each other. So he decided to basically kill them all and just make this one sacred timeline where he's in control. His offer was that he was getting old and he wanted Loki and Sylvie to take over the TVA because he said like he paved the way for them. He's been looking for a
Successor.
to take over, and he's like, who knew it would be in 2? Because then he tells them like, you could kill me, but then the timeline branches. There's gonna be like so many other versions of me who aren't as nice as me. Sylvie isn't having it. So she wants to kill him, and Loki just kind of wants to, just talk about it. She's like, let's at least just think about it, because he's like, she called him a liar, and he's like, yeah, but I'm a liar too, and I believe what he's saying is true. And they get in a big fight. I got scared for Loki at one point. He did that teleportation move. I thought he just got his neck chopped into.
She has really good reflexes to not chop his head off.
That scene pretty much ends up with Loki saying he didn't care about anything except that she was okay, and then they kiss. Which is it's still a weird thing for me. It's like you kind of want to root for him, but I also just don't. I'm like, this makes me kind of uncomfortable.
I think it's supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to kind of like it, but at the same time you like both of them enough.
That you want them both to be happy.
You want them both to be happy, but it's also just something just innately wrong about the whole situation.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
Yeah.
But then she pushes him through a door.
Into the
TVA.
And she walks up to Kane, sticks the dagger in his chest. And he said, what did he say? See you again?
See you soon.
See you soon.
And winks.
And
dies. And dies.
And then it zooms over his dead body outside the glass, and you see the timeline branching. Oh, dude, that was so.
And then back to the TVA's screen interpretation of it, and it's just all past the red line everywhere. It's
and Mobius and Hunter B are trying to figure out how to control it. They're making a game plan. Loki kind of soaks up. I mean, he just got his heart broke. I mean, you really see it there. In that one scene, I was getting major Walking Phoenix Joker vibes. It was just when he just in the next scene, I was like, dude, he's about to go crazy. I wasn't expecting him to still be good, honestly. In that scene, I figured he was just alright,
thought that had broke him.
Yeah. But he pulled it back together. And he was looking for Mobius. And he finds him. And Mobius and Hunter are going through this plan. And Loki's like, you can't stop it. And Mobius, I laughed so hard. He's like, what? What did you just say? And then you realize later why he said it like that. Because Loki's just going into this explanation of what they did, where they were, how horrifying it was, and he's like, there's no stopping what just happened. And then Mobius is like, I don't even know who you are. You're an analyst, obviously, but who are you? And you're just like, what? So he's obviously been thrown into some other.
Yeah. Then there's the reveal, turn, and one of the statues in the background that used to be the
timekeepers. Yeah.
It's just Kang.
Mm-hmm.
It's this isn't even the same reality he came from. It's some kind of alternate version of it where either the Loki stuff hasn't happened yet, or just isn't going to happen because it's different and unclear.
Unclear.
And that's the end.
Was that the last scene?
That was it.
Yeah.
No after credit scene.
There was an after credits.
Really.
There was an after credits
announcement.
Credit. Yes.
It was one more page of the TVA booklet or whatever, and then stamp. Loki will return in season 2.
But obviously exciting. Sets up the multiverse. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man.
What if?
It's all about to just.
Ant-Man. I mean, because
Ant-Man, yeah.
That's the project that Jonathan Majors was announced to be in.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, honestly, at this point, it won't surprise me if he shows up in every movie going forward.
That's so wild to think. Yeah,
he might show up in every movie as a different character every time. Still Kang, but different variants of Kang. Because there's been so many
totally
versions of him in the comics.
That would totally explain why they casted him so early.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be in a little bit of everything. Oh my gosh.
But he's definitely a big enough character in the comics, important enough and powerful enough to be
the next
big bad like Thanos.
we also just got the Deadpool thing yesterday. So I mean, I feel like there's like open with it now. So I feel like we will get a Spider-Man thing pretty soon.
I mean, we have been saying that for a while at this point. The trailer has to come out soon, right?
So Sony, if you're watching,
Just give us the date
give
trailer.
it to us.
I just think it's crazy that they like revealed like someone like Kang in a TV show. It's like it just goes to show you that you just need to be watching everything from no more skipping. You shouldn't have been skipping anyways, but like
Yeah.
all these people that are like, oh, well, I'm just gonna watch the movies. False. You have to watch the shows. I think I saw a report last night. Elizabeth Olsen said that WandaVision is pretty much a necessity to understand Doctor Strange.
Probably.
So maybe it won't explain it as much. Maybe they should do that just to get people to look. If you missed the TV show, that's not our fault. We don't have to explain this to you. You're the one choosing to skip out on stuff.
The mission is Disney Plus subscribers. So
Anything else to say? Any more theories? Well, you were saying that Loki would possibly show up in Doctor Strange.
I mean,
I think it's a big possibility.
it makes sense. I mean,
I think it's a big
the only Avengers he knows are the original 6. Like, meets all the current Avengers, like, when did they got so many of you?
Well, I guess there's a question if he saw Ant-Man when he kicked the case. He just saw the case move on the ground, I guess.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Or he's like, there was an ant guy earlier. I'm ready.
I think it nailed it all the
Yeah.
way through, pretty much. So, on to What If.
On to What If. You have any last thoughts?
nope.
No. That was our review breakdown for finale of Loki. I've got reviews for the other episodes, as well as WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So you can check those out. I don't even know what I just said. If you have any cool theories, leave them in the comments. I like to read those things. Hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.
For all time, always.